Jeez, this thing is taking forever to load up, huh? What's
Dude, I
going
need to
on,
learn.
Dragon Ball? I'm sorry. What's going on, Dragon Ball Super Players? This is Mario from Sigma Gaming, and today's guest is no other than Frank Miller. What's going on, Frank Miller?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Oh shoot, looks like Anthony wants to get on with us.
Anthony who?
Hernandez.
Yo, you can bring him on if you want, man. He
Yeah, he
cool.
said we'll probably get him on in a bit when he's ready. We'll just add him to the call midway.
Gotcha,
You know what's
gotcha.
going on. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tell people that we were going live.
Yeah, you know, yeah, man. Yeah, people, not worry about it, man. They'll trust me. They'll still jump
Yeah,
in
they'll
and
yeah
look.
they'll still jump in and they'll probably see it or something like that. You know, people who are subscribed they get the notifications and stuff.
Right, right.
So man, how you doing, brother?
Ah, bro, this damn post office, man. Shit. But no, I'm good, man. I'm hanging in there, man. Get ready for Columbus and shit like that. So,
Oh,
I'm
you're
hanging.
you're you're actually going.
Yeah, man. We're gonna take that trip from NC up there and hopefully get this invite. Got two chances, so either one way or another, I'm going to Chicago, so it don't even matter, honestly.
I mean, I might go to Chicago. I actually might travel down there and go just to attend my first event. That'd be
Right.
pretty cool.
Oh man, it'd be a good time, man. It really would be. So.
All right, so Ed said he'll probably be on like 15 minutes.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
That gives
Cool.
us enough time to do what we got to do.
All right.
So man, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh man, where the hell do I even start? So,
Well, you can start
I'm.
when you were three. That's
I don't even remember that far, bro. Nah,
shit. You
I'm
can't.
from. I'm originally from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Uh, let's see here. Damn, where I start from? I'm a 10-year veteran. I did 10 years in the Army. And then I got out in 2017. And then from there, I just kind of like, the Army paid me off a good bit just to hang out. And they paid me a good lump sum for the year. So then they give me, and then next thing I know, I'm scrolling through Facebook and I'm a damn postman at that after that. So I got a wife and daughter. She's 5. And I've been playing Dragon Ball since set 1. And before that, I was a big ass Yu-Gi-Oh nerd, man. Like I was,
Were you? You didn't.
yeah, man. I was diehard Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
I don't take you for the kind of guy who was heavy into Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe like played the game. I don't see you as a heavy Yu-Gi-Oh player.
It was one of those things like when I first started watching the show, man. It's kind of like, oh shit, man, they got card games. It's like on TV and shit like that. So and then I started playing it, and then what really got me into the game was literally Black Luster Soldier. That was like my shit back then, and then I just ended up like playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a good bit of years. But then as probably people figured out, it got more and more ignorant, and they just started kind of like making it a little bit too complicated. And then once they put links in there, which is like the little new blue cards
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. I don't mind the links. They're not terrible.
Well, that's the thing. When I played links. I was right after Nationals when Zodiac was like the
Yep, yep.
shit. Like, and then they brought out links, and then like the very first like big link deck was Spiral. And at that point, I think Dragon Ball was just like getting ready to come out and everything like that. I think, and I was always a big Dragon Ball fan. Like I loved Dragon Ball Z growing up. And then, I put all this time and energy into spirals, and that deck wasn't cheap at the time, And then next thing I know, after one YCS, they did an emergency ban list on that shit, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't even have it in me to do Yu-Gi-Oh no more. Like it's just like, and my wife is already tripping about the fact that I put a lot of time and energy into this game, and I had a couple of tops, but it's just like regional tops. I was always a bubble man at YCS. I don't know what the hell that was about, but it's just like I just stopped having fun with the game because it got really hand trap heavy, and I was just tired of that shit. I just tired of it. So I started playing Dragon Ball, and believe it or not, I love set 1. In all honesty, man, set 1 was like to me
You-
just
I
it
didn't. I
was a
didn't.
good.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you gotta go. It was just the I love set 1, then I hate it at the same time because it introduced like blue was to me, blue and red were like really overpowered at first, and then we started getting, people started like changing our things, and then it took so long for them to get new product out, and we didn't know like whether it be a competitive scene or anything like that. I feel like the curve that they had to keep the game going just took too long in between, and then after that, once set two came out, then everything started picking back up. Jim picked up the tournaments. I don't know I forgot what the hell he called those things. They weren't regionals. I guess they were. I don't know what the hell he called them. But then, and then after that, it's just everything just took off from there, man. Was on Wise Guys for a little bit. That was a fucking shit show. And then, God, I don't know if we got enough time in the day to talk about that shit. And then, now I'm on Table One Gaming right now with Frankie Barr as our
Table
head
one
guy.
gaming?
Yeah. It's like me, Thomas Henry, Nicholas Minnow.
Not. It's
Um,
just like a sponsored team.
yeah.
Oh shit, man! I didn't know you were sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where if we talk, we get something for it. The problem is, man, I just be out here just playing anything, getting my shit pushed in by Gogeta left and right. Man, no matter what I play. So, but yeah, it's we got Matt Spitzer on there. We got a couple of we got some really good players on the teams, just like so and yeah, that's pretty much brings us to where we at now with this shit, man.
You know what I gotta do is you guys have a page?
Yeah, we do. We do have a table one gaming
Cool.
page and everything.
Yeah.
Like you can't get it confused because there's these cats out in I guess Cali. I guess I don't know, and they were making a big fuss because we Frankie picked up the same team name. I'm pretty sure he worked it out, but man, they would just act like some pussies. I, I could be unfiltered, right?
No, by all means, man.
Okay,
By
okay,
all
yeah.
means, man.
They would act like some pussies about the whole situation and making a big fuss, and I didn't even understand what the fuck the problem was. We on the East Coast, y'all on the West Coast. Y'all do y'all thing, we do our thing over here, man. As long as we ain't overlapping, then we good. I mean,
I mean, like for me, like I'm Sigma Gaming, right? And
mhm,
it's me, my boy Jess, my boy Arlen,
mhm.
and when I was doing the channel getting ready, there were like five Sigma Gaming YouTube channels. You know what I mean? So
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
yeah. I mean, they're all whack. None of them have any point or anything like that. But like, I'm like, fuck it. I just went with it. And if someone hits me up about it, want to talk some shit, or feel like the issue that you guys were having, they can go
Mhm.
fucking kick rocks. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, like I never thought it was that serious to where they want to do like have legal battles about the whole shit.
Oh, they were trying to do
And
legal battles with you guys?
yeah, man, like
What the
they were like just literally just talking about they trademarked this shit and they're like
man? Get the fuck out.
that's what I'm saying. Like you motherfuckers ain't even a brain. Get the fuck out of here with that
Are
noise.
they
Like
were they like a big team? Do they are they very popular? I mean, like, why you
so
gonna copyright something if you only got like 12 followers?
put it like this: have you ever heard of them before I said it?
No, this is the first time I ever
Ex-
heard that
Exactly.
name. Period.
Exactly. So what the hell are they talking about? Already we got T1 Gaming, and no, we're up and coming. Like Frankie just got a lot of stuff going on, and we respect that from him. But whenever we need him, he's there. But we got more notable players on our team than they. We don't even. I don't know shit about them, to be honest with you. But whatever the case may be. So like,
Now,
say,
are there like a group that's on that plays Dragon Ball?
yeah, they do. They play. They're a Dragon Ball team and everything. Like they're just out the West Coast. Like I know of them, and if you ever go on YouTube and type of Table One Gaming, you'll probably see some channel. You'll see some videos from them. But other than that, I don't know jack shit about these cats. To be honest
That's
with you,
that's
except
that's
they just on
crazy.
some shit. So yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, but like what I need to do is later after the podcast, so you can give me the email. I mean the website, so I could put it on the description below, so people can
Okay,
go check it out
yeah.
afterwards. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't know you had a team. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I never heard of the name of the team, so uh, I hope you don't feel disrespected that I didn't know that you.
No, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So what you like every week you do these mailman rants. Can you talk a little bit about it, man? Why did you even start doing it, or how did I even come about?
Um, you know, It actually came up randomly. So, as many people know of me, I hate fucking Gogeta Hero Live. I fucking hate that card with a passion, because I just think it's like too overpowered. And
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I can't sit here with a straight face and be like, no, this
yeah,
card's not. Fuck
and
that card.
that's what pisses me off when people's like, it's not that bad. No, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. This card is fucking bonkers.
Well,
So, but anyway, when I went to a prelims and I ended up winning that, and then the next day I thought for shits and giggles I'll play Shinron Gogeta, and I was like, I talk shit about this card so much, so I said fuck it, let's try it out. And I get there, and a little to my knowledge, I was being like pictures were being taken of me, I was being photographed, I didn't even know, and next thing I know, I'm in the store and I see my picture all over fucking Facebook of me playing Shinron Gogeta, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why you
I
do
gotta
this?
find one of those pictures, man. I got.
Yeah, and I'm just like put on blast about that shit because I roasted the shit out of Gogeta. And then everybody was giving shit, and then all of a sudden, like I was out in the mail truck, and I stopped for a second, and I was like, you know what? There's very few times where I think this is a good idea because at first I was very reluctant to do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm at a point now where I really don't give a shit what half these people be saying any damn way. So I said, fuck it. I just went live with it. And this is before they started doing the whole admin got approved shit and everything like that.
Dope. I cannot stand that shit.
Yeah.
I understand why they do it because I have my own group for Naruto
Mm.
CCG, but man, it sucks when you're trying to do live stuff because now you're gonna have to wait and
And
wait
that's
and
pretty.
wait till it
That's what
gets
happened
approved.
this past week. I had to wait like 5 or 10 minutes, and they usually do it pretty quickly because they know around the same time. But I had to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, in all honesty, I hate it, but I understand it because if half the shit that I literally put, like I post about, gets put on the page, oh, that page be shut the fuck down, man. Because I just be saying some shit. That's why I'm glad Anthony had his page, and then Anthony put that shit on because there be some, I be saying some like I just I be saying some shit
Now I
like
don't
I
know
was.
if you knew. So a while back, I don't mean to cut you off, but a while
Mm,
back there were people that were actually going to pages. They
mm.
would just join your group or your page, and then they'll spam a bunch of shit and they'll flag it and they'll shut your page down.
I remember that. I remember that because I remember
Ooh, I think we lost
that
him.
was the wife. That was the wife.
Oh,
No, I'm here. You hear me?
yeah, I hear you. She called
Yeah,
you.
that was my wife. Yeah, she called me.
Oh man, what a belt, what a belt.
Yeah, man. She's out and about right now, but I told her I was doing the podcast and I told her
Ah,
I'd call afterwards.
that's cool. That's
But
what's up. I respect that.
but yeah, uh the
Uh oh, uh oh.
all right, we good, man. I couldn't deny that one right there. She was about to be on my ass about it.
Uh,
But what were we saying? We were talking about the
we were talking about the people that were joining groups and flagging your
yeah,
group.
I remember because the group went from open or private to closed to open and something like they kept changing the privacy settings of it and everything like that. So I didn't realize that was actually the bigger thing about it. So
Yeah,
now that
no.
you said, I guess that makes a lot more sense because
I had to change my settings, and to me it was annoying because I hate having to approve shit.
right, right. Oh God,
I'll be sleeping, and then my phone will vibrate, and I'm like, oh shit, someone's calling or texting me. Like I'm thinking it's important. When I check, I'm like, I ain't trying to prove shit. It's fucking 3 in the morning. Man, fuck you, dog. So
and I could.
I changed it back after like a month. I was like, I
Mm,
can't take this shit anymore. Changed it back. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, as long as you abide by the rules.
I can only imagine what Aaron used to go through before he had like added a bunch of admins and mods, like trying to maintain a group of like 16,000 cats.
Dude, that group blew up.
Yeah, it's like it literally happened right after set two, and it just jumped so fucking high because we had more product and everything. It was pretty fucking insane.
Yeah, no,
But
like I wasn't playing the game heavily. I was still like dabbling in it here and there. Maybe go to a local if there's a local going
mm,
on. But man, I remember when the group was like 300,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
went and like in less than 2 weeks, that 300 went to like 1,000 something. I'm like, yo, what the hell? So I thought this game was gonna be super big, but It's not as big as I wish it was.
And that's partially on Bandai, but I'm pretty sure we'll get in that shit. Um, but yeah, so about the so yeah, I just went live, and I got a lot of feedback from it, and I was like, damn, people actually like give a shit about a random ass mailman telling us a little stupid ass story about how he got. I was just sitting there, I was like, wow, that's okay,
I can
and
attest to
then
that.
and then the next week, I was like, all right, let's just see if this is really hitting on some shit. And I did it again, and then it actually got a bigger audience, and I was like, wow. So I just kept doing it. Now, like every Wednesday in between noon and 1 o'clock, I just like, fuck it, man. We're just gonna go live, and then throughout the week, I just look at certain topics and see what everybody's like hot on and everything like that, and then I just give my perspective, and I just go the fuck off about it, like
That's
just
that's
fuck it.
usually what I do for the podcast to get ready on when I do the podcast. Like I go and I find what people are talking about, and I write this big ass list of
Mm,
all the random shit, and then I'm like, all right, this is too much random shit. Let's try to compress it to something
right.
smaller. People, try to stay focused on something. Um,
Like, trust me, I definitely understand because once I be sitting there looking at the news feed and shit, and you like people just be saying all kind of
yo,
crazy shit in that damn news feed.
the wormhole that is the comments, man. It's
Oh, I learned just like when I do my rants, I just can't look at that shit because one comment can literally throw you the fuck off. So I was like, all right.
I can only imagine. 'Cause there's a lot of random shit that's posted on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how much shit didn't make it? I can only imagine the shit that never made it.
You know what? After I can't remember exactly. I remember like after a while they started like filtering the stuff I said, and I could understand it because there was times where I just went fucking after Bandai for the stupid shit that they did. Like I'd be just going the fuck in on them,
Which you
and
should.
yeah, because some of the shit they did, like I remember one post, I went the fuck in about the regional prelims thing that they had going on. I just like these motherfuckers just on some dumb shit right now. Like, the fuck you mean we gotta go to? So you telling me I gotta get an invite from a local store to get an invite to a regional, just to get an invite to nationals, and I only got like a month to do either one? Like, to me, that's like you're limiting the success your game could have by telling me that we gotta go jump through all these fucking hoops just to get to the fucking nationals. When at the end of the day, we all know that you could just go to fucking nationals and do an LCQ, and then what? That's like you just wasted a whole fucking season for nothing. Like last year, I got my invites to Nats one time with an LCQ off of Janemba. That was fucking it.
Wow.
Now I was like, but yeah, I'm glad that post didn't make it because, man, shit, they probably banned me from fucking events after that shit. To be honest with you.
I think so. I don't like the whole invites for any game. Like
Mm-mm.
I think the whole idea of getting invites to nationals is stupid. I think nationals should always be open. Like
Right.
like here's Friday. Friday, you can show up to the event and
Mm-hmm.
get a chance to get into the Nats, and then the Nats is closed for everybody that the top whatever at Nats get to go to the Nationals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I always hated the whole, oh, you got to go travel here, gotta get an invite there. Okay, cool, got my invite. Now it's that whole like spending so much money to travel and you don't get reimbursed or like
Right.
I can understand the pricing was good where
Mm. It's not. It's
you,
not
you
worth it.
you you get compensated for traveling or for your time.
Mm.
Then I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm cool with invites. But if they're not doing that, let's just get rid of it, man. And
Yeah.
I can understand having the invites for worlds.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most
If they're
definitely.
doing worlds, with the Oceanic and whatever your EU, and they're doing all this big giant thing, that I can understand. As you should have an invite. The
Mm-hmm.
top maybe the top eight at Nats should be invited to worlds. Because
Right.
when I play FF, Final Fantasy, they actually do that. You can go to these events, whatever. They do the invites for nationals, but you can get invites for nationals so easy for that game.
Right.
They got the LCQs, they got the prelims, all the stuff that you get invites for national. Just being in the top 16 gives you invites to national for most of these
Right.
events. And so after that, the top. 8 players at Nats go to Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing I don't like about that game for the Worlds is that the way their format for World is kind of shitty. It's dope in a sense that I like it, but I hate the
Mm-hmm.
fact that only Worlds has this one format. And I feel like if I've been playing this format for a long time, why change Worlds to this format? So what Worlds format is they have 3 decks. You have to
Mm-hmm.
build 3 different decks. It's kind of like playing team battles,
Right.
but you have 3 different decks for team battles, right? You got your teammate, team A, team B, and teammate C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each teammate has their own different deck, and they can't have the same cards. So you yourself as a player have to build 3 different decks. They can't have the same cards in those decks.
So it's like a 3v3 at Worlds?
But it's only one player, so it's me and you playing. So round one, we have to pick one of our decks and play that in round one. And then the winner, if you lose that match, whatever, not the match, but if you lose that round,
Mm-hmm.
because it's best 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So once you lose, you can't pick that deck again. So you got to pick a different deck. And if you lose that, then if you win, you got to round like the third game. So game one, you play with deck A or deck B, whatever deck you want to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Game game two, you got to play whatever the last 2 decks you have left. And game three, you use your final deck that you have left. And I think that to me that's a dope ass concept. Like I think that's
Right.
sick. If we were doing that all year long, I'm cool with that.
Right, but then you just come to Worlds and it's just like brand new shit.
Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, you got to build 3 different decks. Good luck. I'm like, that's not this. I've been playing this one deck. This deck got me to Worlds. Now you're
Right.
telling me that I can't play this deck? Oh, I could play it, but now if I use it, I have to use 2 other different decks. So like, it's like you got to pick your poison. And so the format is cool, and when I watch and I spectate it, I'm like, man, this is kind of shitty because I know this guy is such a good player, but
Mm-hmm.
but he's kind of doing really bad because this format's really fucking him up. 'Cause he's not used to it.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you know what, and it pains me to say this. I really think Ben and I can take some notes from Konami on this one. Because the way they do it, they're kind of like what you said. There's a lot of opportunities to get invites to nationals. Like you go to a local store, they got an OTS, they got regionals. Their regional season is way
That's
like
what I was told. I was told that Konami's OP for like the way they do
like
their tournament structure is really good. I don't know anything about it, so you should be able to explain that a little bit if
oh
you
yeah,
can.
it's like all right. So you like they have YCSs where you get invite to nationals. They have regional qualifiers at these YCSs. You get an invite to nationals. They got local store tournaments. You can get invite to nationals. Then you got the regionals, and like I said, they're regionals from September to I want to say May or June timeframe. They hold at least 300 regionals throughout the
Yeah,
United
it's
States.
like I every time I see it, I hear there's a regional going on at least every weekend.
Yeah, and just like for example, in Columbus, this when they're doing the LCQ, they're holding a Yugo regional that same weekend there. So that's like, and you just have all these opportunities to, and then they have their LCQs and everything like that. And then you get to the nationals, and like let's put it like this: our nationals last year was about 400 players. Their nationals was roughly a little over 2,000 players, and that's because all these players just got chances to play and just get their invite. And then when they get to Worlds, they change the play, they change the location every month or every year, excuse me. Like I think last year was in
Oh, what
Japan.
up, Chris? How you doing? Sorry.
No, you good, you good, you good. And then like I said, they just do a combined ban list from the OCG, which is the Japanese version, and our TCG, and they just put the ban list together and just say, hey, go play with this right here, the set pool. And then it's like it's worked. It's never failed them because their game is shit. Like you go shit speak. So I don't know, man. It's just some shit right there.
I'm getting Anthony in here right now. Give me a sec.
Oh, this fucking guy. Ugh.
He should be in his. Hopefully. I don't know. I mean, I think Bandai is on the right track.
Yeah, and I hear everybody say that next year is gonna be a lot better, and I was like, okay, all right. Now the only thing I'm dreading right now is this long ass off season we about to go into because last year was like a fucking 6 months. in between sessions before we do it. And now that we lost ARG, ain't no fucking telling when we're actually gonna get another event. So, and I kind of thought they'd do Worlds this year, honestly, but you know, I guess they're just trying to wait and see how their game develops. So, as long as they got it, you know, God's plan, I guess. I don't know, but if I think they do another year like they did this past year, I don't know how the game's going to come out.
I'm trying to see if, but I don't know if he's getting the invite. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go. What's up, man?
what's up?
Turn your camera on, fool.
What's up?
What up, dude? You
This
at the
dude
gym,
in the
bro?
gym. Look at this
Yeah,
disrespectful guy.
like,
This disrespectful human being.
in the fucking gym. Look at him, just cheesing.
I'm gonna step out real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, so Frank, man, why don't you do a YouTube channel? Like, what's stopping you from doing that?
Just life, really, man. Like I just, it's just I don't have enough time to be honest with you. Like everybody's telling me to do YouTube or Patreon, and I just honestly don't have the time. Like, you know, my daughter, she's 5, but she's autistic, so that takes, you know, constant attention. Like my life responsibilities were always outweigh any part of this game. Like I love the game, but I'm not gonna like I can't invest that much time into it like that. Like I want to. Like
But
if I was single, dude, I'd definitely fucking do it. But
but you can still do the YouTube thing. I mean, you see how you do your weekly rant? You can do it on YouTube and
that's
upload it.
different. You know what? And someone told me I could do that too, and I just don't know, man. Like I'm just lazy when it comes to that type of shit. I could do it, but it's like I don't know, man.
Hey, man.
I have a lot more. Yo, stop cheesing, Ant, bro.
Nah, because it's funny. Like it's easier to do YouTube videos than to actually go live. Like when you go live, if you f up, like that's it. You just fuck up.
I
But if you
know.
go on a YouTube video,
Hey,
you can
look,
edit. Like
Tony,
you have.
man. I do this live all the time. Right? There's nothing here that I don't do nothing. My deck profile, if I'm gonna do a video, it's gonna be live. Y'all gonna see me fuck up. I prefer you see me fuck
Yeah,
up.
and then you're gonna be called Mr. 52 or
They
54.
whatever, dog. And I'll be called Mr. 52. But they know
Hey,
I ain't cheating because I'm live, baby.
I just be winging that shit, man. Like I just be out there and I just give a whole lot of I don't give no fucks what's about to happen. Like, I feel like if I get on YouTube, I'm just gonna like hold on, cut that shit, bring that shit back. We're gonna run it back.
No, but like you could do a live stream, and that's all you need to do. The same thing you're doing with your videos, but you could do it on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I might think about it because, like I said, I was told about doing that and Patreon, and I don't know, man. I
And
probably
you could
could.
definitely rep your team that way too. You know what I mean? Put them on the map a little bit. Because like you
Right.
said, I didn't know who they were until you just said something.
Well, man, make sure you go like the page, man. Go make sure you like the
I
page.
will. I'll put it in the description below so everybody can see it. You know all that stuff. Hey, since I got both of you guys here, y'all got any relationship advice for me?
So, so what advice,
Some relationship advices, man.
Well,
man?
see, he'll give you the advice that is regards to marriage and being
There you
together
go.
for like mad years, and and I'll give you the other spectrum.
Jeez.
Why you think I'm always drinking, man? I'm always on edge, man. Let me put it like that. There's a reason for that shit, man. Like every fucking day they be on your ass. In the back of your mind, you're like, man, I love this motherfucker, but she keep fucking around and
That's
fucking
a
around.
fact.
See,
So like,
I don't have that problem.
see, you know what? Don't take that shit for granted. That's all I'm gonna
I
tell you,
don't.
man.
I don't take it for granted at all.
Like,
I appreciate her,
that's all.
100%.
The only thing I can tell you, if you single, you are always single till you put that ring in your finger. That's what my motto I tell every cat. Till you put this fucking ring in your finger, you single. Fuck it.
We
You know.
single though. I'm single. Up. No
Hey,
ring.
it's a
But
5-to-1
you know
ratio of
what?
women to men in the world, man.
Even if I was married, I wouldn't wear it. Like I don't really wear jewelry. That's not my thing.
Wait, man. I feel you. Look how black my fucking hand is, man.
But that
Look
shit's
like
what's that gold?
I don't know what the fuck this is. I just put the shit on my finger and then just like roll with it, son.
Is it
That's
like the
only.
Green Lantern ring? Does it give you powers and shit?
That's
It gives me the
nah. That's
it gives me the power of patience and tolerance, and that shit still be wearing thin.
that's
So
Shit.
that's
I
that
think
mother.
that's stronger than what's
That's
that
that's
other
the
one?
the mailman anniversary ring. That's what that is.
Oh
They
man.
give you that shit after was it like after 5 years they give you a ring?
the motherfuckers give me a kick in the ass what they getting. Fuck them.
How long you been doing that gig, the post office
I
stuff?
about a year and a half actually, man. And like I said, once I got out the army, it was kind of like I need to do something, but I don't know what the fuck I want to do because it was the first time in like 10 years I had that freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, because I didn't want to do nothing too stressful because like in the military, like, and I'll be upfront. I was a paratrooper. I jumped out of airplanes, so I had a bunch of concussions, bunch of fucking injuries, and my PTSD was still bad. So
Shit,
I didn't
god
really,
damn.
I didn't feel like, yeah, I didn't feel like dealing. I fucking hate people, like not like players, but I
Yeah.
hate people in general because people are fucking dumb nowadays. Like
Bro,
it's just fucking shocking to me.
I sell cell phones for a living, man. I know.
Oh, Jesus, like, and it's like, but I was like, I got to do something, and I wanted to stay in the federal lane, so what all my time in the military wouldn't fucking go away. So I said, all right, fuck it. I went to the post office, which was by accident, because I was just literally just flipping through Facebook, and it's just post office hiring. All right, fuck it. Going up in there, I got the job, and for some reason, I decided to deliver out in Durham, which is over by Duke University and shit. Man,
Oh
look,
shit. That's lit.
man, look. Don't nah, ain't no nah, man, ain't no goddamn.
Oh my
Let me,
bad. My bad.
once I get on sorority row, because I do deliver out there on Duke sorority row, fuck. But everything else is the goddamn slums out there, man.
Jeez.
Motherfuckers be asking me for heroin. I had one motherfucker ask me.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy shit. I
I
had one kid.
I never
I had
had
a dope.
someone ask me for heroin, but people always
Yo,
ask me like I sell weed. I'm like, yo, what about me looks like I sell weed?
Exactly. It's a fucking cell phone shop. Like you buy fucking accessories and phones, my nigga.
that's what I'm saying. And like, I had one cat. It was a dope boy, and I knew he was a dope boy because well, put it like this, I didn't know, but he had the persona of a fucking dope boy. Motherfuckers like, yo, give you 2,500 right now for your truck. I'm like, nigga, wait a minute, what? He's like, I'll give you 2,500 right now for your mail truck. And I thought about it, and like everything in me was like,
It's like, I'm so
I
mad you
thought about,
thought about it.
yo, I swear to God, because I was like, because I hate the fucking job with a passion. I was like, yo, can I go to jail for this shit? Because I could just say these niggas robbed.
Nah.
I could just say these niggas just robbed me because they would believe that shit. But I was like, no, I got family, so I got like fuck it and everything like that. But no, it's like I say, the paycheck's good when I get it, but getting to the paycheck,
That's the stressful shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
So
grind
what are you
though.
doing now? I don't even know what I forgot. Like what's going on with you now since you're no longer doing post office stuff.
no, I'm still doing the post office
Oh,
thing
you
right now.
are okay.
Yeah, but I got a job in DC. It directly ties into what I did in the military before I got out.
Oh,
Because that was something I could have done. I was actually a military intelligence analyst at first. I was 11 Bravo, an infantryman at first, and then I did one deployment. I was like, nah, fuck this. Y'all ain't better kill my black ass out here. We changing MOS.
oh yeah, real quick.
Yeah,
Yo,
real quick.
that
One
should be
deployment.
your YouTube channel, 11
Yeah,
Bravo, dog.
yeah, I did that shit one time, and like, yo, I was like, nah, fuck this noise y'all
That shit was
talking.
just too crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it fucked me up pretty good, like real good. And then so I got a job. Like I had to wait a long time to get my top secret clearance and everything. But basically, in long story short, I'll be dealing with the cats down in Guantanamo Bay. That's basically what it is.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's about a 6-figure income. It's like a GS-13 job. So, and like I was just I finally caved in because I thought I could just like, you know, and it's crazy. Like I thought I could blend and phase back into being a civilian better than I thought I could. But I just realized like, and truth be told, half the military, they brainwash the fuck out of us. Like there's certain things we just can't fucking tolerate.
I've heard about a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of shit we can't tolerate. Like bullies, can't fucking stand them, never fucking will. And and Anthony, I don't think you're a bully, so I don't think this ain't got shit to do. I never once thought you were, but you know who the fuck I think is a bully.
I already know.
Oh,
You don't even have to
you
say the
you
name.
know who the fuck I think
Well,
is a
hold
bully.
up. Put me in the loop. Who you think is a bully? Cause
Yo,
There's a few people in the Dragon Ball
oh
community,
yeah,
nah,
especially one youngin
yeah,
that be
like
going off.
nah.
yo,
I need names. We in here.
oh,
I
I
need
don't
names.
know, I don't know how to pronounce this nigga last name. His first name is Alejandro whatever Sanji or some shit like that.
And Sanjao.
Senjao. All right, check it out. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's not a cool cat because a lot of the players that I know him. Like Anthony knows this cat, and I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy. But there's something he did that really rubbed me the wrong fucking way that I don't take very lightly. Zach LaFlame, I know y'all know him, and
Yeah.
he said something along the lines, and I took a screenshot of it about suicide, and
Now, did he say that on in the
it was
community, or did he say that on
yeah,
his
it was
own
in
He
personal?
posted, yeah, he posted something about it.
Okay.
yeah, and I've dealt with suicide. My first deployment, I had that shit triggering my mind. I had friends in the army that did that shit, and it always fucks with me.
Nah,
And
and
I
it's
don't.
scary because some people actually carry through
Yes,
with it, which is some
and
crazy shit.
and
No, I just recently lost my friend, Etika. I don't know if you guys
yeah.
know Etika. That's
Oh,
Oh
my boy.
no, yeah, of
He's
course.
that's my boy. He's
I
one of the
remember.
homies. I
He's
used to
the
chill with
Smash
him.
community,
Yeah,
right?
I used to go to
damn.
his crib, play Smash, practice shit like that. And he recently killed himself, and I was like,
Damn, bro.
And you saw that video that he released a video too. Well, I don't know if someone else released it, but it was
he
scary. It
released
was
the
sad.
video. I put it in
Let me,
my channel, but
are you talking about that cat from Zodiac that everybody was talking about the Zodiac and everything that did that, like
No,
was
no,
like
he's in the Smash Brothers community, like gaming
okay
community. He's in the
okay
yeah,
gaming
okay
community.
some black dude with a high top.
Yeah.
You might have seen his
okay
video, but he a cool dude. That's a humble dude. I known him for years, dog. Known him for
He played a
years.
role. I'm sorry, Marta, to cut you off, but he played a role in the Smash community. You know how I play the whole Dragon Ball God thing? He
hmm
did something similar to that in the Smash community, where he got a lot of haters. Like at one point, he said, "I have more people hating me that love me." But what happened was that after a certain while, he kind of like gave it up, and he just started like being more of a casual, like informative type of content creator, like person. And he just couldn't get away from that. Like people would still bash him, and it got to him. Like for some reason, I don't know all the details. Mardo, you might know a
Yeah,
little more.
I know more. I'm not gonna really go into
Yeah,
it, but like, I can relate to what you're saying, Frank. About
yeah, and I do not play that shit. That fucking irks my nerve. But he took it, and I understand he's young. I don't even think the nigga can drink yet. I don't think so. But
I mean he could drink. He turned I think 21 recently or 22, 21 or 22.
no, he might be
oh
22. I think he's 22. I think I
Yeah,
know.
22, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I
only
think I know
number
the cat you're talking about. He's from New York, right?
yeah, yeah.
only thing I know is he's 18. That means I can put my hands on him and I ain't got to worry about it. But hopefully it's not coming there. But and he just made light of it. Like, and I didn't like if y'all know Zach, he goes through his things, like irregular life things. People handle life differently than most people,
Yeah, no.
just me knowing Zach, that just bothered me that it was a joke. Like, once you get on Facebook, you can say what you got to say. You can roast
Yeah.
niggas. Like I get that, but shit like that's not shit for me to joke with.
I,
And then, he started like showing screenshots of like, I think he showed one of Anthony when he 2-1 Anthony from 2 fucking years ago or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is this kid, man? Like, seriously. And it just like, and I will be the man enough to say, I did dig at him first because like at a certain point, I was like, yo, somebody need to call this nigga out on this shit because this shit is, no, you need somebody to check. And then after that, it kind of went away, and then I actually did a live video response to Anthony, but it was on the flip side of being on the married side.
Yeah.
And he
he
jumped.
he responded and started he started saying some crazy stuff to friends.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I'm like, oh, so you?
I remember
you
that.
Billy and
I
I'm like, oh,
remember
so you
that.
Billy Badass, huh? I like, okay, but I was like, look, and he's like, and I was like, I made a post, I called him on the shit. He's like, I'm going in the Navy. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck I've been there and done that shit. I don't give a fuck what you talking about right now. And he's like, you come see me, I'm all about, like, nigga, you was 20, 21 years old. You ain't seen shit life got the hit off of you just yet. I don't want to hear what the fuck you talking about. You sitting here be bullying people and you're arrogant for no fucking reason. Like, I got it. I respect people that got Dragon Ball tops. I would never, like, discontinue. I would never, like, bash him for that. But the fact is, one, if you as bad as you think you is, I don't know why the fuck you need to show shit from 2 years ago. That's the first thing. And two, don't joke about suicide shit. Even in that fucking thread, he still kind of made a dig at Zach about suicide and depression, and that just like irked me. Like afterwards, I said I'll leave him alone. He'll leave me alone. But I'll put it like this: if I see him and he wants to address it, then we can fucking address it.
Facts.
That's his point. But if he wants to get his crew involved, that's fine. I need a good fucking workout any goddamn way. They may get me in a jump, but I'm gonna get at least 2 of those niggas before I get done. That's all I got.
I didn't know he was coming at Zach.
And like I said, I actually talked to Zach about it, and just to make sure that I didn't know it was a joke in between them that I just didn't know.
Yeah, because you never know. Some people have
just like that AC me ACB brothers.
I really did think y'all was brothers. But yeah, I messaged Zach and I was like, "Yo, is this like?" And he was like, "Nah, he's just a kid that just says dumb shit." I like, fuck that kid shit. The moment that a kid starts talking grown, I'm gonna treat you like you fucking grown. All right, like I said,
what's that saying? You old enough to tough back, you old enough to get fucked up.
Exactly. And like I said, I'm not a violent person. Like anybody that knows me, I'm a jokey person. I don't take things really that seriously. But at the same time, when you start selling wolf tickets and I know you can't fucking back it up, then we got a fucking problem. And that's just point blank period. That's all I got to say to this cat is like, if I see him in Orlando in January, because I'm going to fucking be there, if he wants to go back to that issue, we can bring it up. I don't give a fuck about getting banned because it ain't the end of my fucking world. Like, I want to play, but at the same time, like, nah. You need a life lesson, and I'll be damned if you want. I'll teach your motherfucking ass if you want. That's his point. That's just point blank period. Like he talking about he gonna be trained up, nigga. What the fuck does that mean to me? Like you gonna do shit that I've been done? All right, cool. Let's just see how that works out for you. Man, y'all got me in here fucking heated already talking about this nigga. Right?
Speaking of that word, what's that whole story with you giving out people some passes? The N-word pass.
Anthony, I'm still need to see that N-word pass. I think the Hill twins gave it to you. I just need verification so we can make sure you good. Honestly though, I just take that as a joke, man. It's just I never gave a fuck about anybody saying the word nigga with the A. And it's
if you're using hard R's or with that, like that's crazy. That's disrespect.
Yeah, that's when it starts getting derogatory, and then at that point, But other than that, I don't care if you black, white. I done heard every race say the word nigga, and to me, it's just funny. Like I have called.
I thought it was funny when you started talking about you giving people the pass. I'm like, this fucking clown.
You know what's funny? Yeah, but you know what's really funny though? They still won't say the word nigga, even though they got the pass, and so it's just I just love the scene. It's like, go ahead and say nigga if you want to. I ain't got nothing for you. So
I type it more than I say it. If that makes sense.
Man,
I don't say the word as often. There are times you be like, nigga, what? But I never say, yo, what up, nigga? That's not how I talk.
To me, that's part of my vocabulary.
But I would type that to you. I'd be like, "What's good, nigga?" Like but I would never say it. It's kind of weird.
It's like there's so many ways you could say the word and mean something different. So like, there's a lot of words that now, like for example, when I say it, sometimes I'm like, if I'm thinking of a situation or in a situation that's like, damn, I might be like, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the same thing, like damn, like. So like there's just so many ways to use the word, and like the way you say it, people will interpret it like like that emotion or whatever that you're giving it. Yeah. But yeah.
The only time that I would take it as like, okay, we might have to slide in and see what the fuck is up is when somebody like, man, fuck you, nigga, what's good?
Oh, nah,
I'm like, oh.
Well, first of all, first of all, he already fucked up when he said "fuck you," right? That alone was like,
fuck you, nigga, nah, let's go.
Fuck you. We fighting. That's it. We got to do this. And then he said, "Nigga, oh man." So what you heard was "fuck you, nigger."
And then, as soon as I heard "fuck you" and I heard him and he in this little defensive posture, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap, bro. It really don't matter what the fuck happens afterwards or what you say. One of us got to go down. It could be me and you.
That was good. Card Games TV.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's really a joke. I really don't give a shit as long as, like Ant says, as long as you hit me with that
What
ER,
what you
and then
gotta
that.
do? What you gotta do? I don't mean to cut you off. You need
No,
to
you
like
good, you good.
print out some tickets and handing them out for real,
Yo, that's what me and
Hand them
Isaiah
out
is
at
really.
fucking that
and
That's
make
exactly what me and
and
Isaiah
make
gonna do,
sure
bro.
make sure your your team website is on there.
Oh,
That's
he,
advertisement, right?
he would not let me
Yeah,
put that shit on there.
yeah, option. I would have done it. That was in a heartbeat. I'd be like, here you go. You get a pass, and then Sigma Gaming would be in the back.
Yo,
Oh
I'm a
I
man.
could
straight. I'm a,
I could design that shit for you, man.
yo, I'm a
Let
straight
me
up
know.
go live. I'm gonna go live and give the Bandai reps one of them cards and see what the fuck they do, bro.
That would be
I'm gonna
hilarious.
go live here like, here's your nigga card, bro. Go ahead,
And
yeah,
it'll be
you
like,
good.
say it. Come on, just say it.
Come on.
Nigga.
Oh,
Yeah,
yo,
because they're all Japanese, right? Oh, nigga.
yo,
Daniel
you
san.
fucking wild the fuck
Nigga,
out,
son.
bro.
I'll be on the floor in tears, man.
Yo, nobody would believe that shit though, so you gotta go live with
Yeah,
that one.
man. Self promotion for the win. You're right, bro. So I'm just
Yeah, man.
reading the chat. So since I got both you guys here, man, how do y'all feel about those spoilers that they just recently put for the is that expansion sets? I don't even know what you want to
The
call them.
magnificent rares.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let Ant go first on this one
Alright,
because I'll be here all fucking day.
I already know he got a problem with a few cards.
We,
But,
we
Nigga,
talking about the non reprints.
like the
um,
new news cards.
Yeah, the ones. Yeah, we could talk
I've
about
not
the
seen that
new
already.
we could
cards
talk
are
about the
good.
reprints after. I want to hear your opinion on the reprints after.
I
I haven't read the new cards, but I'll let Ant go first. I haven't read all the new cards this year.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I do like them. Right now, like, put it this way. I mean, what colors do you want to talk about first? Because
No particular color. Like to me, like from what I've seen of these cards that's coming out, I love the fact that they're going back and they're giving old stuff more support here and there, bit by bit.
yeah,
Because
Right,
you
right.
see the Gold Tanks that came out,
yeah,
and I know that the Red Brawler leader is a brand new leader. It just recently came out, but I didn't expect them to give him support like right away.
yeah,
I didn't expect the Yellow Brawler to get support.
yeah.
You know, the Yellow Brawler BR, like they're giving him new card, like 4 new cards for that one leader. I thought that was dope that they're doing that.
Didn't they also release something with the Green Broly leader, like something that goes with like the BR theme?
I
Something
think.
that summons is I think like a 2-drop or something that lets you go into the 4-drop from your deck or something.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Oh, the
about.
one drop, the one drop.
The
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the
I think
one
that's still
drop.
for the. I think that's still for the yellow leader though. I think it
Is it for
was.
the yellow or
Yeah,
for the green?
I think if
I
you
think
leave,
for the yellow.
it's for the yellow. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
They went green yellows, like they went kind of hard with green yellow support for that
Yeah.
yellow brawl. It was kind of crazy.
they really want you to play that shitty card. But I still appreciate that they're doing that. Some of the stuff is not that great, but it's the idea that maybe one of your old leaders might get some support.
All right.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
I
think
mean,
that's good. That's definitely a good thing. I actually, I mean, it's kind of relevant, but I kind of sidetracked. I spoke to Kyle. Kyle is part of the development department when it comes to like cards, like
Yeah.
card being, like for example, the amount of super rares you get in a pack, or the not in a pack, but like in a core set, or the amount that's distributed per box. And so like we just touched up on a few light subjects in regards to like the community. Like I feel like there was a backlash, but at the same time, some people appreciated the magnificent rares overall, and have been liking the new support because this is like Bandai's trying to figure out a middle ground where you could try to make the majority of people happy. But what I told them is that you have to you can't worry about everybody. Like there's always going to be someone that is not going to be dissatisfied with how you're doing things or the type of cards that you're releasing. What I told them is that you want to make sure that the game has a lucrative market, meaning that the cards retain value, that the tournaments are worthwhile to travel to, and that that whatever themes you have, continue working on the themes that you already released. Like don't forget about old archetypes, like what you were saying before.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool that they're going back into other ones that they already, that have been already established, but they might be weaker because, like, for example, Chilled. Not for nothing, I would like for them to like release a field card that actually makes Chilled decent, because Chilled was a failure. Like, that was the most trollerific card I've seen, and it's cooler. Even the cooler theme, like it was a cool idea, but they like
It was
totally
incomplete.
flopped on
It
it.
was incomplete. That's what it
It's
was.
incomplete. Exactly.
They half-assed it. They just gave you some stuff, cool, but it was never finished.
Exactly, but I think they were afraid though. They were
even
afraid to give it too much like too much support, because if you think of how Cooler works, you could just spam a bunch of vanilla 15K.
yeah, but they already released like Kill that came in that same set that wiped the board, like, and they gave it that shitty ruling because they don't
Yeah,
got an energy
That
and
was
it costs,
bad.
and
It
it
that
was
was
wasn't
so
even
just
gonna make it
bad.
broken. It was gonna make it decent.
That was so fucking bad.
like
Like,
right now I could play the one drop green fucking Vegeta BR and wipe the board for one energy because he kills everything that's one or less.
that's broke.
That's true.
So Cooler would never ever be viable unless they make a field card that says they can't be KO'd or something like that
Yeah.
nature, or something crazy. Um,
Yeah.
and
I'm
it's the same thing with like Cell, like the leader Cell. I think the leader Cell was half-assed. He doesn't have any kind of support. Nothing about him is. No cards work with that leader except
No.
the only thing that works with them are cards that says if your leader is an android, but that's
That's generic.
yeah.
Yeah. I wish there was a card effect that
And the
would,
field card, that one field card, that's it.
Well,
yeah,
Cell's
I wish
birth.
they
Yeah,
had like a battle card that actually put cards underneath Cell, so that you could actually activate inspect without going minus. Like,
and that's
or a card that says you draw a card. Like, anytime you activate, let's say, an effect that needs to remove cards from the bottom, from underneath, you draw a card. Like, something just to pertain to that mechanic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They got cards like that in the game, like with the old Bobby card, like this.
Yeah.
Like that they got cards like that. It's just like I think that they're just so hesitant with Cell that they limited the fucking card. Like that limiting literally fucking killed that deck. And I just think that's one of those things that they're gonna have to approach. They're very cautious about, because Cell is just one of those things that's like it's damn near free if you really think about it. But I think Cell will come back. It's just they're just gonna be really careful the way they go about this shit now.
For sure.
But like
Now-
Ant said, these fucking reprints. The biggest thing I have a problem with the reprints is value on cards. Every time I go to a vendor, they tell me all the same thing. It's not good to really invest in the Dragon Ball cards, and that's because and out of everything that I saw that they reprinted, first of all, fuck Gogeta. Fuck that card. But they reprinted Path to Greatness, and I was sitting there and I was like, are you fucking serious?
Well,
That card was up to like $35, $40 at one point in time, and it was like a definitive card, and you went and reprinted. Now, if you look at the past prices of Path, it's like $5-7 now, and that's because of the countercard. But it's just like no cards. The only card that I've ever known that maintain value is the ultimate cards. Victory Strike, is it 8-drop Brawly, the sticker rare Brawly, something like that?
yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Brawly, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, other than that, the cards do not maintain fucking value. And it's just really, really, like, at one point, Vegeta Time Regulator was up $40, right? But then again, we knew that was going to change because they kept giving the shit out to every fucking tournament and some shit like that. Like, shit, like, they have the potential to make these cards really good price support, because then this would be something we chase after. But then instead, you keep reprinting shit over and over and over again. You just start devaluing your cards, and then it's like, there's actually, like, it's just collections at that point. I mean, maybe that's their goal, but I wasn't particularly fond of the reprint of that one, of Path especially.
So,
Like,
here's my little take on that, right? And this, you guys got this perspective because you guys go to these events. I don't go to these events. I don't own a single Path of Greatness or whatever. So when I seen them reprinting that, I don't even own a fucking Gogeta 7. So when I seen that, I was like, to me, jackpot. So I'm happy. I'm gonna buy the shit out of these products. I can go out and buy them. So I'm super excited for it. I can finally play Gogeta 7. I can finally play How to Mastery. I don't own a single How to Mastery. I don't own the Path. So you know what I mean? To me, this is a great thing, and I'm super super excited
I
for
agree.
it.
I agree with you. Like for the casual player, I think it's fucking. If you're getting new people into the game, like if their purpose is to build their game up and get new people playing, and then hey, here's this deck, here's some extra stuff that we can throw in for you, and just like start playing and learn playing. Then I'm all for it because I do want this game to grow.
Yeah.
I want this community to get bigger and bigger. I want our nationals to crank up to the Yu-Gi-Oh levels, Yu-Gi-Oh level size numbers. I'm all for, but from a competitive aspect. And like, don't even get me started on the fucking draft box because I don't even feel like that was
a lot of people didn't like the draft box. That was something that I saw with the community. I see like it was probably like a split, like 50-50, somewhere around there.
I guess I didn't like the price tag for that motherfucker for the first thing.
The price tag was a little too high.
And I'm like, yo, like, and
you don't even get enough of the cards you need. Like it's all random. So it forces you to have to buy singles.
I talked about this in my last podcast with AC, and I think the draft box is dope, right? My problem is it's not like a regular box. When you buy a box, you know what you expect. To me, these booster packs are kind of like blister packs in a sense. Yeah. They're probably like random boosters from random boxes, and they just do it in this one draft box, right? Mm-hmm. So it's inconsistent. And that's the issue with the draft box, that it's inconsistent. Where I can get a case and not even guaranteed cards.
Yeah.
Whereas if I got a case of booster boxes, I'm getting guaranteed this amount of cards. And I think that's something they should have fixed.
Yeah.
Like I said, for a competitive aspect, if you're a competitive player, like I guess I would say I'm a semi-competitive player because I can't go travel. But Anthony, you're a competitive player. Anthony buying the fucking draft box would be one of the hardest fucking negs you could ever.
It would be super neg. I'm like literally. I even told my buddy, I'm like, I'm just buying all the singles. Like I don't own everything yet, but I'm just buying only singles.
Like it is a fucking neg to buy. Like if you're just doing it to have fun, then and you're just like cutting shit
with your buddies and like we'll just draft together and all.
I mean, if you're spending $25 each for 4 people, that's not that bad. You get 6 boosters, whatever, and your little Go Vegeta.
But it's literally for fun.
Yeah.
Because like what Frank just said is true. Like regardless if you split it with 4 people or you just spend the money, it doesn't really matter. You don't get the value that you want out of it.
No.
It is. There is
only the fun.
I agree. There is no. There's no real like consistent value in buying
That's
a
my
box.
problem with the game overall. I've been saying that for the longest. Like the game is fun, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind spending money to have fun. It's like going to the movies. You're not getting nothing out of it other than the experience, right? And something to talk about. But at the end of the day, like when you're playing a card game or a video game, I feel like card games and video games offer more now. Like in this day and age, they offer more incentive to want to be part of something bigger. And you could play a game casually, but if you're gonna go to events and support a game on more, I won't even say professional, but just on a tournament scaling, then they need to offer more in the product. They need to make sure that those cards retain value. That anytime you buy product from any booster set or any draft box or anything that they have available, that you get bang for your buck. Because the whole point is to be able to use those cards to compete. And that's kind of like the goal where the game is going, as opposed to like a casual. Like you could play a casual, but the game should already have something where it's set for more of a tournament setting.
You know what I think they could have done with the draft box? I felt like they should have gave you 24 packs of the new one. Everything in the new packs only give you new cards, and gave you like other reprint, like a reprint pack that has all these reprint cards. Kind of like what they did with the anniversary box.
Yeah, exactly.
They should did that to the draft box.
I actually like the anniversary box. Like, that was probably the only product that I bought that I didn't feel like I went neg. Like I actually felt pretty decent, especially I opened like 2 foil beans out of like the
this guy over here.
I was happy.
Pinocho. No.
Gotta get those foils. That's why I like also the rares that they got, because a lot of cards that weren't foil now come foil, so that's pretty cool.
So someone's asking you a question, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Frank. So they're asking you, what is your favorite color in these that's coming up in the new expansions?
Who, me or Frank?
You, Ant.
Oh, my favorite color would probably be. I would probably say it's between blue and red, honestly. And the sad part is you can start combining both of them now and make something really consistent. So that guys, blue and red definitely it's gonna be pretty damn crazy.
What about you, Frank? I see you nodding your
Um,
head.
I told these motherfuckers a while ago to be careful when you start combining these fucking colors. I told them in a post. I was like, okay, all right, look, man, now blue red. Be really, really fucking careful when you make these colors because red red is very aggro, and blue has some of the best defense.
And then they both have defense because of the counter plays. They keep playing out broken ass counter plays.
And you made it way so you could play the shit with the same fucking deck.
That's
Like
fine.
you could play Gallant Gun and fucking Sensu Bean.
Everything, bro. Just have fun.
What the?
I don't see.
So,
I think this game did not need dual colors. You have there's four colors in this
Oh.
game. I'm not counting black. So there's four colors in this game. Why the fuck are they making dual colors? I can understand
Hey, bro, they
Magic.
did it in Naruto. They did it in Naruto
No,
and in Magic.
Naruto have 5. Magic has like 6, right? 6
Naruto needed
colors.
tricolor, bro. So we.
Yeah,
it won't be long before they do that shit too, man.
yeah.
Like
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Zip. I forgot about tricolor. How to forget that?
That's on a whole nother level.
Oh, fucking blue red.
Yeah,
what
but-
the fuck?
I mean, they try to balance it. At least they try. I give them, A for effort, right? They try to
Yeah,
fucking
they got
balance
A for
it with
effort.
for the exhaustion and the combo power always being on one cost. That's fine. But I think they went overboard when they started making so much of it.
But
And
you know
I
what?
knew that was gonna
They
happen.
messed up. All right, so you know how you have exhaustion as long as you have none in your area. Like if you don't have any dual colors, you have exhaustion. The problem I have with it is that should have been the ruling, regardless if you have one in your area. So like, for example, turn one, I play a green yellow. I mean, not a green. Well, it doesn't matter. A dual color energy. Cool. Next turn, I restand my energy. If I play another dual color, it should still come in exhausted.
I thought it
shouldn't
does.
Be that, because I already control
No.
one, I can have two.
No, Marta, because like for example, like Anthony's saying, like there's a card for blue yellow. There's Beerus the Fickle God. Right?
Yeah. Those two cards that I know, but like,
But then that's going to be a trend. That's going like that. They set a standard right there. Once you start setting a standard, then every color, no matter what the combination is, there's going to be one just like it.
and I guarantee you, one's gonna be a fucking promo. That's gonna be dumb to get. Yeah. It's gonna be a championship card or something stupid like that.
They're gonna add it,
Oh
and they're gonna
no!
add it for Nats. Just add it. They're gonna be like, we came out with this first place prizing.
You're going to see this big ass promo in the middle on day 2 match coming in set 8.
So come in.
I'm like, what the fuck is you niggas doing? What is this?
It's so true, Mardo. It's so true. In every tournament we go to, they play something, and it's like they always do that.
Yeah, we just were like, what the fuck is these niggas doing?
What
Did
did
they
you?
test this shit?
No, they don't. No, you know, Japanese players are casuals.
Man, they was
Man.
like, but blue red was just like, I'm like everybody's talking about this Gogeta. This first of all, the extra card that they came out that's blue red, that shit's going to see play.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
gonna piss
hell
a lot of people
yeah.
off. That's gonna
Yeah.
piss a lot of people off. But that blue red Gogeta, let me tell you something.
I'm afraid to. No, so at first I'm afraid to attack. I mean, I'm afraid to play cards now because of denial. I don't want to play a card because that card's gonna be like denial. Like if it costs more than 2 energy, I'm like, damn, I might not even play it. Pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm afraid to attack because he's just gonna bounce my card. Like, if he didn't deny me, he might bounce it off this fucking combo, whatever.
It's bad. It's like your opponent has way too many options.
Yeah, like I just sat here and thought about it. If it's my turn and I see 2 open blue-red multicolored cards on my opponent's side, you don't know what the fuck you about to get.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
You don't know what the fuck.
It might be a topo, whatever this fucking dumbass card is.
Boy,
Like,
it could be
when you
anything.
want to attack, you got to pay the tolls to attack.
I
Wait,
get a
drop 2? You want to drop 2 now?
fucking get
And
Gallant Gun.
when you do, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, but I'm gonna use this, untap all this energy because they can use that fucking Zeno button card and be like, bounce that shit.
Where's D Magic? Like, fucking D Magic. I'm just sitting here thinking about this shit. Like, get the fuck. Oh my god.
Bro, the combinations are endless. Like,
It's gonna be some crazy stuff. Crazy.
Like Nats is going to be fucking wild this year. And the crazy thing, we got this shit the day before Nats. So like
Which I think is dumb as fuck.
the spice that's going to be going on in that room, like the biggest thing, no matter what, because right now it's the hype is Shinron or Purunga ramp, just because of that card, because it adds 2 injury at the end of the turn, right? Is that what Gogeta does? Like that right there, like I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I think Danny Wynn is going to find a way to fucking make Super Shinron and come up with some bullshit, and then we got to deal with some shit.
Nah, boy, Super Shenron's almost unplayable. The requirements are damn near impossible.
What is it? 30 battle cards?
30 battle cards, not any card, battle cards.
Oh damn! I thought
As it is, you with Shenron with a wish leader, you're playing 7 Dragon Balls, you're playing 3 to 4 of the Desires, maybe Radars. Like it's bad. Like you don't have that much room for extra cards.
You damn near gonna mill your
And
deck
then
out.
you got to play more than 30 battle cards, because if you only play 30 battle cards, that means everything got to be in the drop area.
Yeah, it's gonna be a deck with 7 Dragon Balls and everything else is battle cards.
Yeah, but that's bad, bro. That's bad.
Not including your life and shit. Oh wow.
That's bad. That's not good.
No, but like I said, man.
Hey, but if someone does come up with it and it
Boy,
whoops,
if I lose, I will quit the game to that. If I lost to that type of deck, I would.
y'all heard this first here, man. And the challenge has been posted,
Boy,
dude.
I'm here to win that. Like, that's just gonna be
And if you losing that shit, I'm kicking you out your own group, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You better not
Boy,
lose
I'm
that
not
shit.
banned. If I was banned, that's the only way I wasn't winning that. I'm not banned, so I'm.
Oh my god,
If
man.
he loses to that shit, you're no longer the leader of the Hyperbolic Time Chip. You need to step out the Hyperbolic Time Chip. You've been
What's
here
that
too
shit?
long for nothing.
What's that shit? I'm gonna head out right now. I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
Oh yeah, P.S. guys, I think we might be having a goddess, a new Dragon Ball Super goddess. Actually.
Oh, yeah, you found somebody? That's why you in the
Yeah,
gym. That's why he in the gym right now.
I ain't even gonna entertain this shit till you make it public. I ain't even entertain this shit. When you make it public, then I'll pull one out for you. All right?
I'm just saying that things are going well. Things are going well.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm happy for you. That goddamn troll fucking monster. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, but anyway, we'll move on from that, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
But what else you got, Bardo? I'm having a good time now. I gotta go to work for.
I gotta finish my workout.
I ain't gonna lie. I think we pretty much about wrapped up, man.
All right.
I don't got much. We've been on there for like what, an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, about roughly. But it was a good time though. This is my first.
I think the only thing left is to ask, what do you guys feel the state of the game is right now?
You want to go? Yeah, I never. Like, the only thing, I know y'all see me make posts and shit like that, but I'm not, honestly don't really trip that hard. I literally went into Orlando. I talked to Anthony about this, matter of fact, because I was going to ask Anthony to help me out, but, finances is not, bills and shit.
Yeah.
But,
I got something for you, but keep going, Frank.
I just went in unprepared for Janemba because I didn't know Florida was that deep with fucking Janemba, but like, the motherfuckers
they all rolled in with Janemba.
God,
they rolling deep with that.
Like, I walked around that fucking room and I was like, God damn, bro, what the fuck? I thought U6 and shit was gonna be played, but in all honesty, I actually like the state of the game right now. Bandai's got a couple of shit they need to work out, but I think they will work it out eventually. But right now, like, I look forward to Columbus. I look forward to Nats. Like my goal is, like, I love being a mailman. I love being a persona, but I'd rather be known as a good player, a top player that's a mailman rather than just a fucking mailman.
Hey.
So that's just my goal.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good.
So,
goal.
all right, and we need to get something. I gotta ask you something, because not too long ago, a buddy named Danny posted some shit, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the story behind it and whatnot.
I gotta go smoke a cigarette.
How do you feel about it? Like, he posted it, and you didn't reply. I didn't see any reply. I'm like, there was like 100 posts. I went through all 100 to see if Ant said something. I'm like, he didn't say shit.
No, I
No,
probably
I
was
saw
PM.
it.
That was a PM right there. I know that was.
I actually PM'd them. I messaged them directly and we chatted. I mean, the thing is that in that post, he basically felt like I was using his name, quote unquote, in the sense of like he would have been nothing without me, you know. And I never ever said something like that. I never made a statement like, "Oh, you're nothing without me," like nothing to that extent. So maybe somewhere along the lines, he
Oh,
ended up
thanks,
feeling that
AC.
way. And so I told him, I was like, bro, like when you came to me, because when Danny came to me, Danny only had tops in the 1Ks. He didn't have tops at regionals or anything like that. Okay. So when we got like, you know, when we started getting the play testing sessions in, he started to show a lot of progress. We played multiple games throughout the time that he was a Patreon, and you know, I was banned at the time. So when Danny became a Patreon, I was still allowed to play, but I got banned not too long after he became a Patreon. And so I was just testing with him to get him prepped up to go and kick ass at events. And I told him, I was like, I want you to do very well, so it's like I'm playing in the event. So if I could teach you well enough, it's like you're not me, you're still you. But it's like I was in the event even if I wasn't in the event, you know, because he has a lot of knowledge that other players would not have by play testing against me. So that was that. Then I know that he thought I took a shot at Joey because Joey and him are closer friends. Ironically, when I met Danny, Danny didn't know Joey. According to him, he didn't know Joey. So I guess we were closer friends at that point. I used to hang out with him and his girlfriend while I was with Katie and stuff like that. And then, you know, fast forward, I guess he met Joey, and then they became really close because they lived close nearby one another. So obviously,
They're a
if you
little
live
too
close
close.
to someone, a little too
A
close,
little too
exactly.
close. Jesus Christ.
So,
It
you
gets
know,
so
this
it
guy
gets
was
so
going
uncomfortable.
to, this guy was going to his crib and making videos. So, you know, I can understand you're obviously going to bond and whatnot. So, you know, I guess with all the shenanigans that went on and you know, the talking and all that, you know, I guess he felt like I was taking too many shots at his boy Joey.
The Trinity
So now,
Force.
yeah. So now, fast forward, he started talking about my persona and the whole point that, you know, I can understand someone calling you out in one event for something that looks shady, but wow, like 5, 6, 7 events, like he went on a rant. And he has to realize, and I messaged him, people do not like me. Like when I say that, like I do got people that like me, but I have a lot of people who don't like me. And when I say a lot, I'm talking about damn near thousands. Like it's actually big, like it's huge. So when you have that many people who don't like me based off of hearsay, based off of them saying he's too arrogant or them believing I cheat, and that's the reason why I'm always kicking ass at events, whatever. There's so many reasons why someone won't like me. And envy, you know, envy is definitely one thing. Like, not for nothing, no one in this game has close to my achievement level. The only person I could say is maybe Danny Hype, and even Danny Hype understands that he's below me as far as achievements. So, you know, when it comes down to it, people feel a certain type of way. Like, look at this arrogant asshole, you know, talking about he's going to push people's shit in, and he's actually doing so good. Like, he got to be a cheater. He got to be. Like, no, I can't accept that. He's nice at the game.
You are a little arrogant.
Yeah,
Fair,
no,
fair,
yeah,
to say, right? Fair to say.
No, you're right. But, you know,
Right.
what I say is like, I'm arrogant because I need people to get better. Like, not for nothing. Again, someone posted, oh, I guess Gogeta 7 isn't getting banned. I'm like, my nigga, like that card does not need to get banned. Like you need to get better.
Yeah,
Like this community.
I agree. I don't think the card needs to get banned. I don't like the card, and I know you can't stand the motherfucking card, but I don't think the card needs to get banned.
Yeah.
We adapted. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
we adapted, and Bandai
it should have got banned from the get go, but because it didn't get banned, we've learned to play around it. We learned to think. Cause I've got hit with Gogeta 7 twice in one game, and I still won.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
There we go. And it's not impossible. It's not like, oh my God, they dropped Gogeta 7 drop. Mind you, they gotta tap out, my nigga. Like they gotta tap out in order to drop that on 5. They tap out and you can get, and if you can counter them or just turn that nigga sideways or just survive with a negate, it doesn't matter. There's so many ways to survive. On your turn, you're gonna push their shit in. Like, come on, like let's be for real. Like that's not Like I'm tired of seeing people being like, oh my god, like this is just too broken. Like, no, you are ass at the game. No offense, you're just ass. Like, you know. But anyways, you know, like, so that was that. So, you know, going back to what Danny was saying, you know, he was saying basically that a lot of people are, you know, there's always something. There's always someone saying, oh, you triple sleeve something, or you were running more than 50 cards, or you were running less than 50 cards, or you were whatever, all this extra BS. And I'm like,
Mr.
dude,
52.
like, yeah, I mean, but you know, the thing is, I told Danny, you have to realize that the role I play in the community, that's going to happen in every event I go to. It don't matter what I do, it's going to happen because of who I am in the community. Now, if I was a Peter Catani and it's like, I'm everyone's hero, and I'm going to, you know, and I'm going to, like, you know, be super nice, and nothing against Peter Catani, because me and him, we talk, and he's a cool dude.
I'm trying to get
But,
him on
you
here.
know,
I'm trying.
no, you should. He's a great guy to talk with. But I'm not as nowhere near as nice as him, because the game would be so stale with just a bunch of people like with his persona. Like, you know, why would you want to even get good? You're gonna see your fan favorite, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, he's such a cool guy. You know what? Take the win. I don't even care. Like, you're so cool. Like, I'm
Jeez.
serious. But with me, people are like,
I wish someone
nah,
could suck my
I
dick
need to
like
beat
that.
this guy. I need
Jesus
to beat
Christ.
Yo, I'm dead ass though. You know, and even with Danny Hype, he's another one, people's champion. Like, yo, we have too many people's champions. My nigga, no, I'm not a people's champion. I'm gonna push your shit in, and I'm gonna beat all your fan favorites, and it is a wrap. Like,
You're like the fucking Macho Man Randy Savage out of the community.
Okay, so I got something to say here. All right.
All right.
First of all, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Fuck Go-G to 7. Let's get that. Let's get that. Now, I just generally dislike the fucking card. That's
No,
just what it is.
I think all three of us can agree it's a degenerate card.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
I mean, now that they made the counterplay and shit like that, I
Deflect
don't
barrier, drop your opponent's hand into their deck at random. Sparking 10, which is easy when you play with a wish leader.
Yeah.
I mean, the card just does too much. We all know that.
And not like I said, we got to the point where it's. I just generally hate that card from the get. So let's just that was the first thing. And like the only card right now that if I even had to think of a card to be banned, I don't actually think the only card I could actually think of is maybe Victory Strike, and that's just me.
And
reaching.
if you do that, the market value would.
And then that's
great.
we're already shit for bricks on the fucking value
For
card.
me, if I had to pick something to ban, it would probably be the World Peace. Look. Shit coming back from the graveyard is broke. I played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Reborns all day.
Yeah.
But
Monster Reborn leaves and come back to format every once in a while. So get it together, man. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they'll address that. But as far as the whole, and I personally, I've never had a problem with you. Your persona, I always found the shit like you said. We need the good guys and we need the fucking bad guys in the community. If you, and the one thing I always liked about you is that you stayed who you are. Despite everything that's fucking went on and everything like that, you went through your whole thing. Well, to me, like I said, I know I'm just now like me and Andy just now started talking, but like from what I see, he's always stayed true to who he is. The only thing is,
I can agree.
The only thing that I can honestly say that actually just ever bothered me was the relationship thing, and I know that's just dealing with it and everything, and that was your outlet with it. And like I said, everybody has their own way of dealing with things. The only thing I can say is that these niggas in this community, these are some heartless motherfuckers, man. And whenever you try to show a different side of you to them,
that's what they gotta use sometimes.
That's when they're gonna come at you even harder than what they already was. So the only thing I would tell you is like, and I know that when you made those videos, you had all the right intentions of making those videos when you was making it. And some of that shit I'm not going to disagree with because it's facts. Like I've been through there, I dealt with that shit, so yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But when you try to push it to these cats out here, who some of these motherfuckers play League of Legends all fucking day, or fucking got the coat button in their fucking right hand or some shit like that.
Nah, leave that card alone, guys.
Yeah, Pornhub and all this other shit. They just don't, they're not going to respond well to that. Like, and that's just facts on that one. So I would say, if you do those type of videos, just make sure, like, and you probably already know, be ready for that shit. Yeah. Just because as far as the Danny situation, I did talk to Danny about it, and I just didn't have an opinion on the situation because at that point, I think that should be man to man. You deal with it with him, y'all deal with it. And that was pretty much with it. how Danny handled it, that's just how he chose to handle it.
You know,
And like I said,
I
I,
said
I
something
know you.
about in my first podcast when we had I was like, you need to sit down with these motherfuckers. Y'all need to sit down.
Yeah,
You,
because I didn't.
Joey,
I didn't
Eggman, all
yeah,
these motherfuckers,
that shit took me
sit the
by
fuck
surprise.
Boy,
down
yo, we
and
would
talk
have a whole
about it.
classroom, bro. If I had to sit down with every
But I'm
person.
talking about people with a big voice. I ain't talking about these little niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people who actually have a following and people listen to. You need to sit
Yeah, I
down
did
with
not
them
think.
and
Yeah,
talk. And y'all need to
I did not.
squash this.
I did not think that. Like when I heard the podcast, and here's the thing: the crazy thing, like, and Martin, no offense to you, I don't listen to podcasts. I never really did,
Yeah.
but I saw on a podcast, and then Joey posted the link to the podcast with Anthony on it. And I was like, that seems really random. I listened to it, and then when Anthony, like, finally Anthony came out and told like the people he had a problem with,
Yeah.
I was sitting back there and I was just like, God damn, niggas being chats like that? Yo, that's some. Because I'm like, I'm one of the type of cats, like, if I got something to say, I will fucking say it to you in a fucking heartbeat. So when Anthony came out and said that shit in the podcast, I was like, wow. But at the same time, is you being a figurehead, like, I talked to you before already. I know how you feel about being in this game. This game to you is like win or lose. Like what's that shit that Ricky Bobby said? If not first, you're last.
Yeah.
That's your mentality, and I can
Sure.
respect that. But in order for the community to grow, you are a figurehead. You are a person. You are a leader in this community, whether you want or not. Because people do look up to you. Just as many people you got haters, there's a lot of people that respect. I will always respect you as a player. But at some point in time, for our community to grow, the people, these cats, like especially new kids, like kids coming in, because that's what really our game really is
Yeah.
going to grow. Y'all, the beef, like, because I made a post about it, I did not realize there was this much beef over stupid shit. Like, it's not even facts behind some of this shit. It's just fucking rumors. Like,
Speculation, yeah.
it's just, and I can't fucking stand it. Fuck it. If I just think it needs to be squashed personally. Like, if you had a face-to-face conversation and then y'all still have beef about it, then you can at least, and it's not up to you to do it. It's just something that's mutual.
Yeah.
But if y'all come together and y'all talk about it, and then y'all can just like move on from it, but you still keep your same persona, and Joey still does what he does, because I still respect what Joey does.
No, Joey's cool. I mean, as far as content and as far as what he does, it's cool. He also reaches a different audience, similar to super players. They have a different audience. In fact, their audience supersedes Dragon Ball, the card game itself. You have people that watch their card game battles that don't even play the game because they put all this effort, this epicness, all the little interactions.
I can't
and
watch them. It's and no disrespect to super players. I'm not here trying to
Yeah.
bash you guys. You
Yeah.
guys are way above me when it comes to the YouTube world. But man, their shit is cringy for me. For me.
No, I think it's for casual players. If you're a casual player, you will love that.
I think, yeah, if you're a casual or you don't
But
play the game,
I
you'll
am a
love it.
casual
You'll love
player.
it.
That's the worst part.
Oh damn!
You
Oh,
see,
damn, I
we
got
got
no comment.
we got
I got no comment.
Anta Pro player. You're semi-pro. I'm the most casual motherfucker here. I still play Androids.
But like I said, they're casual. So like, I watch Joey contents, I watch Anthony contents. I like both of them, and it just like when I heard that podcast, it just blew my fucking mind that on the low that this was happening. I was like thinking to myself like, you wouldn't think two figureheads like that would be, and it's over
I would
stupid shit.
just like you. I was shocked. I didn't know anything about this. When I went into that podcast, I went into just thinking me and
Got
Ant
my
was
boy
gonna
Paul.
have a. Hey, what's going on, man? I was thinking it would just be me and
Doing
just
a
shooting the
little
shit.
podcast
We talk a
between
little
yourself
small
and
things,
the
and
guy
then
most
Ant
of the
threw a
fight.
fucking curveball at me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah, if y'all really get into that, that could be money.
But you know what? That's I was actually kind of
I've
glad
been
that
making,
Anthony
I've been
did that
making a
shit.
decent amount of money, but like it keeps growing. So like you said,
This
gotta
guy,
keep on it.
disrespectful. Yo, Frank, we can't hear you, Frank.
I can hear Frank. I can hear you.
No, I can't. I can't hear him. Did he do something?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ant, but I can't hear Frank.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, I
stream,
can hear you.
stream. Let me know if you can hear him. Stream.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I can still hear you. He can hear me. He just can't hear you for whatever reason. I'm not sure.
That's odd. It's
Okay,
odd as
as
hell.
long as the chat can hear,
Yeah, that's
as
what I'm
long as
trying
the
to
chat
find
can hear
out. If
us.
the stream can hear track, like, let me know if you can hear him.
Yeah.
I don't.
Frank wanted to know how many viewers we have right now live.
Three of them. Three viewers
Okay.
currently around.
He said. Oh, you heard him, right? Frank, you can hear him. Okay.
So Frank can hear me, but I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Just this sucks. What did I? What the hell do I do? There's something I can do. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, they can't hear you, Frank. AC said he can't hear you.
Oh, that's so weird.
Let's try getting him off the chat and then adding him
All
back.
right, so have him come
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in. Okay. All
Hey,
right.
stream. Sorry about that, stream. Shit happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
weird though, because
yeah.
I'm able. I don't know. Yeah, just hang up and then join the chat. Just join the call. Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, they're saying that he's silent.
Yeah.
Let me add. I gotta add him real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There we go. Is he? What the fuck? he keeps he keeps trying to join, but it calls my phone.
Oh.
There we
Okay.
go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
I don't know what the hell happened there, man. That was some shit. But oh, hell, I don't even know what we were talking about.
You were saying something about if we played at Nats, that it would be hype
Oh
as
yeah,
hell.
yeah, that would be hype because like at that point, you know what? I always think that if niggas just play nowadays, they can squash all beef because then at that point in time, you just get all the frustration. But I don't know, man. Like I said, hearing that podcast and you said all that shit, I was like, wow. I would not think it was Joey of all people.
You know, the thing is that it's
I don't think it's Joey. I think it's a little community.
it's the exactly
It's like a little group of people.
it's a
Yeah,
group.
I don't
Yeah,
think I
it's a
don't think
group of
Joey
guys.
Joey. He just does his videos because I talk to Joey a lot. We play League of Legends and chill. We're from obviously he go to school right down the street from my house.
Mm.
So I chill with him here and there, and I don't ever be like I don't see it. I don't see the trash
Yeah.
talk or anything like that. So it has to be a community that, well, people from his community. You know what I mean? Maybe he's not telling them what to do or he's not saying anything bad, but there's some bad blood, the people that don't
Well,
like you that are in
it's
part.
like through association, essentially. So, like, for example, let's say I'm hanging out with a group of guys, and all the group of guys, and that group is bad mouthing someone, and I'm still part of the conversation. I may not be really entertaining it
Yeah.
as much, but I may say a few words here and there about my opinion on it. That's what it was. So, like what Joey said, Joey didn't like straight up badmouth me. He made a statement saying that, well, if I play against Anthony Hernandez, I'm going to call Judge and I'm going to have his sleeves and his deck checked. That's what he said. He made a statement like that in that specific group, and that's why I felt offended. But it's not like he was like the catalyst, To be honest, that's kind of like a mystery. I don't know who or like the individuals who decided to really start promoting Anthony's bad for the community, Anthony's a cheater, Anthony's this, Anthony's that, because then it started rolling down. Like a lot of individuals, a lot of people know it's BS, but there are people who choose, even if they know it's BS, there are people who choose to go along with it because they like drama. So even if yeah, obviously Anthony can't be a cheater because judges check him constantly, you'll still be like, yeah, he's a cheater. Even though
I
know he's
mean,
not, they'll keep chiming in to keep that hype.
and then
That's the dumbest shit
and then
in
there's
the
people
world.
that's
Oh
on
my
the
god.
fence. I'm on I'm on the fence, and I'm on the side of I don't know who to believe, right? I don't know who to believe them. I don't know who to believe, but I know you. I know you personally, right?
Yeah.
And I played against you in games before. I never played against you in this game,
It's super, yeah.
yeah. But I feel like if no one, if you haven't been caught, or there's no proof, then to me
Then you shut the fuck up. That's
yeah,
what it
you're
means.
not a cheater. Like I tell people like if you think someone's cheating, catch it. If you can't catch
Yeah,
them, then like you said, shut the fuck up and know your role.
exactly.
Like
That's the
uh,
most annoying part about this whole shit. Like,
And no, my favorite is, sorry to cut you off.
and
My favorite is when judges are checking me. I have bodyguards. Like I used to call in and make jokes about it. I would have bodyguards, which are the judges. And then when they check my sleeves or when they check my deck or when they like, you're trying to tell me that these judges don't know what to look for or cannot count my deck properly. Like, like all these accusations, it's like you're trying to tell me that the judges are like overlooking. I've heard people even say that I'm paying off the judges. My nigga, like, how much money do you think I'm balling? Like, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to these events to win money, not to lose money.
the chat saying the former Naruto player started it, started the rumor.
No, I know, but no, but I'm gonna believe it or not, it is true. I know one person who started it. And and it wasn't cool because he's not even playing the game right now. He's not even playing Super. He's playing freaking Argent Saga.
Talking about VZ.
No, well, I think VZ joined in that too
Okay.
at one point. It was earlier. It was early when I first said that I was gonna beat everyone in the card game, because that's one thing. I entered this card game saying that I was gonna beat everyone. I was gonna be the best player. And
Yeah, you did. You did.
People like laughed about it. A lot of people laughed about it, saying, "Oh, I bet you within the first year he just drops out of the game." It was a bunch of bullshit. But in the first year, I was recognizably one of the best players, and then the following year, I'm recognized as like the best player as far as the credentials that I have. But it's like it's just crazy because some individuals, like I said, are not even playing the game, and they started something. But like for some reason, this kept rolling and rolling and rolling, despite how many deck checks I've had, despite how many situations I had at events where judges were placed right next to me, either placed there or sitting beside me during even Swiss rounds. Like, come on. I mean, I remember there was one match. I might as well say it on here, and it was Peter Katani. So there was one match, and Peter, it was it the last event? It was the last event that I went that Peter judged, or was a judge. And so, Peter's cool. Peter ended up sitting next to me and during Swiss rounds and was watching my game. Now, I remember when I saw Peter, he made a statement. He's like, "Well, I want to watch one of my favorite players play." But like I almost felt like that was like an underlying message. More
Kind of
I'm
like.
gonna watch your ass to see if I see anything, my nigga. I dare you cheat, my nigga. Like like one of those. And
I want to watch one of my favorite cheaters play.
one of my
Okay.
favorite cheaters.
Yo, Peter, is that you, Peter? Let the people know.
did you win that game? Did you win that game he watched?
Oh no, I destroyed. But again, it's like the problem is that there's too many people that are bad at the game. And I'm sorry, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's the truth. A lot of people are just bad at this game. So despite, like, I have drawn hands, I kid you not, that are complete ass. And then someone would look at my game state or my hand and be like, yeah, Anthony probably lost. They come back, they're like, oh, you guys are in the next game? I'm like, no, I won. And they're like, wait, what? Like, how? I'm like, I won. And so now it's like, no, like, dude, did you cheat? Like people will think that something happened. Like, how did you win? Like, it's one of those. And that happens to me often.
I actually see that happen a lot to a lot of people where I'll be spectating or I'll be walking around because I got a buy or something like that at my local,
Yeah.
and you look at the game state, you're like, oh, this dude's about to get his ass.
He's about to get washed.
And then you come back, or you get a drink from the register and come back. Who won? Oh, what? How? Like, and I always say this shit. You motherfucking cheated. That's what it is. He lucks at God.
That
Well, no, in those situations like that, and I'm pretty sure Anthony does it, they just capitalize on one fucking mistake. And that's all it really is.
That's all it is.
Games like that, I've learned that if you're that far behind and your hands is shit, that means eventually that player did one major fuck up, and then that's
It's a
just
fact.
and that's
Or
just
multiple
the rep.
small fuck ups that led me to turn the
Yeah,
game.
that's just pretty much what happens. And at that point,
They
they get mad with themselves.
They combo way too hard for no reason. Like, I could have just took that life. Like, why did you combo this much cards? And now when you got to do the real attack,
They're
You can't. You already combo majority of your cards for this one damage. I see that shit happen time and time and
time
time.
and again.
I feel
Yeah.
like you guys need to learn how to combo right and learn when to take the damage. I think that's the most important thing in
And
this
you
game.
said that actually in the first podcast we had. That's something you stated, and it's true. And those are just the basics. Like, we're just scratching the surface of how to play the Dragon Ball Super card game. Like, come on, like people don't even know how to play the game from the beginning, like from the rip.
'Cause
Like that's
I win
and no
games,
offense,
and I have
some
no
people,
business winning. Like,
yeah.
why did I
And no
win this
offense,
game?
some of the good players in this game also don't know how to play the game. And I'm not gonna call out anyone because I know I would get a backlash.
Nah, you gotta
Some of the
do
people
it.
who are
You can't come
nice,
in here and not call.
nice, they don't
You
know how to
gotta
play.
Fuck it.
call out the bullshit. And come on,
Fuck it.
call the bullshit out.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that because people are gonna really think that I'm just targeting and like
So-
I'm not trying to shit on.
That's cool. I'm just fucking with you. In my
But
last
I'm just letting y'all know,
podcast,
like some of the people you think that are good in this game are actually not. It's just that more people are more terrible, which makes them look good. That's all I gotta say.
in my last podcast, I gave a specific player the bad player of the day. Unfortunately, I don't have any bad player of the day today. Do you guys have any players that you think did something stupid
Yeah,
or?
yeah, I got one. I got one. My goddamn self. I'll say why too, motherfucker. I'll tell you why. I went to this fucking event. Listen to Trey Faircloth playing fucking Harugan Blue Yellow. Man, them goddamn niggas pushed my shit in so goddamn hard. I was so fucking mad that whole goddamn day. But and like I said, the thing is, everybody keeps telling me I have the
My
ability to
workout
do.
is toast. I already worked out, but I was gonna finish something, and the gym is closing.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
We were on here like for another hour.
but yeah, the biggest thing is like I'll give it to myself because, like I said, I don't want to. I'm not one player. Like Anthony definitely has the credentials to say, but I can't. I'm not one to judge another player because I ain't got shit under my name except just popularity. But basically, there's some shit that I still gotta like. I'll start off a tournament like 3 or 4-0 in a heartbeat, and next thing you know, I'll lose and I'll get tilted. And then it's for some reason it's not. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's easy for me to flip that switch back on, like really easy. Like if I lose, fuck it, whatever. But Dragon Ball, I don't know if it's just because the games are a lot more thought-provoking because it's like a very decision-making game, and that sometimes the decision, one little like
I think
one
this
decision,
this game doesn't have an autopilot.
yeah, it does not like
it doesn't.
you don't win
You
turn
actually
one.
have to play the game.
Yep.
You're in charge from the beginning to finish. It's not like there are combos that you play and you auto win. Like, oh, if I go into my combo and my opponent doesn't have a response, I win. No, there really isn't. Victory Strike is about the only thing that's close to that. And even Victory Strike, there's answers to it. Or ways to, if I know you run Victory Strike as your secret rare, there's ways for me to play the game so I can prepare for it. So by the time you have it, it doesn't matter.
But the deck is still autopilot. So I guess you're right. It is the only autopilot deck.
It's the only autopilot card in the game.
Next to Janemba, and even that doesn't.
Even that, like, yo, bro, almost there's so many decks I could push that there's so many options I have to beat that deck, so many, and it's just a lot of people don't know how to play against Janemba. They don't know how to put correct pressure. They give Janemba so many cards, and then don't know. Oh wait, I gave him so many cards early. Now I can't break through that defense. I can't get in, and it's like you gotta attack smart. You can't just be giving too many resources to your opponent, and your opponent has to be careful too because Janemba doesn't want to take too much life early on anyways. Like the way the games are played, it's
and it's just about like and said like if you get to a certain point, if you putting pressure on Janemba, but they got like 14 cards in hand, after a while your pressure isn't gonna mean shit, especially if you're not killing them. Like at that point you gotta make a choice. And like the thing about Orlando's was like and this is what frustrated me the most because I learned a valuable lesson that I just completely forgot, even though whatever deck you play, you gotta make sure that deck can beat Janemba. And I know as stupid as that may sound, but that's just a fact because it's the only deck in the game that can win by doing nothing except swinging with the fucking leader. So you got to play a deck that can beat that deck. I'm not taking nothing away from Dehan Butters and all the Janemba players that I know are good.
no, they're smart. They're using a weapon in the game that has a means to win. That's
Yeah,
all they're doing.
but then there's those some players that just literally just sit there, turn that some bitch sideways, and pass
And
turns,
shove it up their ass.
and then and that's all the fuck they're gonna do the whole damn the whole damn game because they know inevitably they'll fucking win. So and that's just something I just like I got caught
That, that,
slipping. I
that's
now know when I go
that's
to
that's when you
Orlando.
side dive into a bunch of little guys that fuck you, swing, 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 swing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like just a little 10K card early on or 10, 15K.
That's the
So
Jaren. The Jaren that becomes fucking dual attack, double
yeah,
strike, flexes on niggas all day.
like
Can't he
shit,
can't
like
even counter him.
yeah, like
And can't be countered, exactly.
so
Can't
like
be negated.
but now like going into Columbus, like, and I'll probably hit Anthony up later eventually about it. There's just the way I've got a different mindset of how I'm approach Columbus because now I just literally forgot how I play against them because I haven't been in a competitive scene for a while. So me personally, I give the bad player award to me this week because I'm just saying
How you nominate yourself?
because here's the thing though, I've never been one of those type of people. I can't call bullshit and not call it in myself. So I will call bullshit myself. I can't call no one else. I can't call no one's like you can because you got the numbers and credentials back it up. But I can't call another person bad when I know that I'm not. I got proven to do myself. That's just how I am winning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
That's honorable. You know,
I'm gonna have to play the soundboard. Give me a second. Let me play the soundboard for the stream so they can know the Frank
You are
Miller.
terrible at the card game. You don't know how to play. You're trash.
I'll take it
and
like
you're
I'll
bad.
take it. That's just motivation for me. That's motivation.
So what I did was I took your voice, Ant, when you were in the train station talking about you're bad at the card game. Da, 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 da.
Yo, that
And
shit was so funny though. That shit was so
Nah,
funny.
that Scott Slater dude, bro, he got me so tilted. Like, I'm like, my nigga, you're trash. Like, you ain't shit. Like he got me so tilted that day.
So that's my bad player award soundboard. Whenever I give it to somebody, that plays. Eventually, I'm gonna spice it up, and I'm gonna put like a little face, and your mouth is gonna be talking. That's so when the stream sees it, they gonna see you talking shit.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Uh,
man.
I told my buddy I was gonna do that. They're like, "Nah, don't do that, cause Ant might not like it." I'm like, man, Ant's a fucking troll at heart.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
I hate to do this because I really did enjoy this podcast, but I gotta call my wife back because she about to deal with some shit.
No, and you know
No.
it's funny because the girl that I'm talking to, she's been blowing up my phone, so
Yeah.
I gotta
Shit,
start heading out.
it's 12 o'clock. I gotta work tomorrow. I know you gotta work tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
in a bit. 'Cause you gotta be at work at 4.
Yeah.
Crazy son of a bitch. Well, everybody, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, Frank, for coming in. You, Anthony, for joining in last minute. You know, while you were doing your little warm up or gym thing, getting ready for your girl. I hope that thing goes well for you tonight.
Yeah. Get lucky, man. Get lucky. Get lucky.
And you better call your girl, or your wife, before she's dropped Jesus on you, boy.
You know, the thing is, last thing is, here's a dose fair about it here. Look, if you're going to be in trouble, like I'm already in trouble. So it don't matter when I call, I'm still going to be in trouble. So fuck it, I might just call in the morning because I'm in trouble. I'm going to get the same ass chewing I'm going to get now at the same time we get later. Just keep that in mind, y'all. It don't matter. You're going to be in trouble either fucking way.
Yeah, if you're in trouble, might as well go all the way, right?
Yeah, might as well get the best out of it. So anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. Like I said, Ant, always a pleasure, brother. Mario, thank you for inviting me, bro.
Anytime, man. Whenever you want to talk, you're always welcome on the podcast, my dude.
All right, man. Y'all
All
holler
right,
at y'all
it was
boys.
a blast. See you guys later. Peace.
Later.
All right, stream. This is Mardo. Peace out.